Hi, I'm Hank, and I hoard cactus in California, and this is 2017. This is the first video of this year, and it's still early, so most of the cactus are still dormant. And so I thought I'd use this time to talk to you about a few of the things that I think about when I look at the cactus. So when I first look at them, one of the things I'm asking myself is, are they overwatered, underwatered? How are they doing? How have they been doing? And I can see most of this just by looking at them, and I thought I'd show you how. So when I look at this cactus, it's an Echinopsis hybrid that I really like. I'm looking at the ribs where the spine bumps are and the pleats between the ribs. And if you habitually overwater a cactus, those spine bumps will spread out, and you'll be looking at a lot of green real estate in here. It'll stretch out, and your cactus will look more like a pumpkin than it looks like a cactus. And if you keep it up, it will split, and it'll be rough for that cactus. It can recover, but it's really tough. And if you underwater a cactus, the spine bumps get closer and closer together. You have these really deep pleats, and the cactus won't make very many flowers. And so to get the most flowers out of the cactus, you want to kind of give it enough water that those ribs spread apart. It gets a little bit of a fat cactus look to it. After a cactus pushes out flowers, it's going to look underwatered anyway. So the whole thing is a balance between sun, stress, drainage, and how much you're watering it. So here in California, we can give them too much sun. So if you sunburn a cactus, it's going to spend more of its energy healing itself and less of its energy making flowers. So the whole deal is to try to find a balance. This is a pretty good look right here. This is a pretty good look right here. You can see a lot of distance between the ribs. You see all that green in there. So when the sun kicks in, like if it was like today, every day, she'd be making flowers really soon. So another thing that I look at when I look at the cactus is the overall passage of time. It's not as accurate as chopping down a tree and looking at the tree rings, but at least you don't have to chop down the cactus to see how it's been doing over time. It wears its life right on its skin. So if you look right here, you see this summer growth period here. The current year is up here on top. It's hard to make judgments about the current year. But right here, you can see a good long summer, a short winter period, and then here is its first summer. So you can see 2 good years of growth laying right there on the skin of this cactus. You know a lot about this cactus already. Other cactus show their age a little bit differently. If you look at the Peruvian Old Lady, you can see that the hair density changes. You've got a long thin period here and a short furry period here, and then this cycle repeats itself over the time. So if you discount the first year, you see 1 year there, 1 year there, 1 year there, and then you see the bald spot, and that's where I cut off the silly red flower that was hot glued to her when I first got her. This was my first experience with that kind of thing. So another detail I thought I'd share with you about these Echinopsis is the way they have a certain number of ribs, and different individuals will increase or decrease that number over time depending on how happy they are with their growing conditions. So if you look right here at this one, this Echinopsis used to have 17 ribs when it was first a pup coming from a healthy parent plant over there. And at some point right here when it was young, it decided that was more ribs than he needed for his diameter. I've seen these guys range from 6 to 8 inches in diameter. So here it stopped growing this rib, just everybody folded in, and now he's got 1 fewer rib. This one is the same type of cactus, but in his starting point he had 12 ribs, and he's been doing really well. He decided that wasn't enough, so right here there's an additional rib formed, and now there's 13 ribs in that one. So he's ready to get to a larger diameter if he wants to. And those are a couple of things I wanted to share with you. They're just based on things that I've seen, so if I've misused a word or something, that happens. Hey, thanks for watching, and have a good day.